Today, we're going to do something a little different. We're cracking open a private dream journal. It's this amazing story about a strange car, a road that only seems to go up, and a message that, honestly, speaks to all of us about the struggles and the strengths we have inside.
I mean, really think about it. We usually just brush off our dreams as, random noise from our brain. But what if they're not? What if they're actually a direct line to our subconscious, sending us these little coded messages about our own lives? Let's take a look at one.
So, our story starts on October 2nd, 2025. Our dreamer had just been listening to something called a Monroe Focus 12 audio track, which is basically a soundscape meant to help expand your consciousness, right before they drifted off. They find themselves in a shopping mall parking lot just trying to go home. But immediately, something is off.
And here it is, the first moment of confusion. The dreamer remembers owning a sleek, gray Mercedes. But when they hit the remote, the lights that blink back belong to this small, humble Nissan. Now, this isn't just a simple mistake. It's the very first clue. It's about that gap between the person they think they should be and the person they feel they are. So they get in the Nissan and start driving.
The journey begins, and let me tell you, it is not an easy one. The car turns onto this straight, rugged gravel road. You know, the kind you might find on a farm. And it's all uphill, just a long, relentless climb. This perfectly captures that feeling of being completely locked in. There's no turning back. There are no other options, no easy way out. The only way is forward and up this incredibly challenging path. The dreamer is committed, whether they like it or not. With a hill this steep and no end in sight, the anxiety really starts to kick in. The dreamer can practically feel the little 1.3 displacement engine just straining, and the thought crosses their mind, is my little car going to blow its engine? But this isn't really about the car, is it? It's about that deep fear we all have about our own ability to handle the pressure. Well, somehow, the little car makes it to the top, but the destination is bizarre. It's this cold, concrete building filled with pipes. There are some workers nearby in engineering vests, so the dreamer asks for directions. But they're met with this complete, unnerving silence. The workers see them, they can hear them, but they offer absolutely no help. No guidance, nothing. Okay, so let's get into it. A struggling car, an uphill battle, silent bystanders. What is this dream actually trying to say? This is where we go from just telling a weird story to looking at a powerful psychological map. Every single element here is a piece of the puzzle. The car, that represents the dreamer's vehicle for getting through life, their body, their resources. The uphill road symbolizes a period of intense effort and challenge that they're going through. Those silent workers, they represent a test of self-reliance. And that fear of the engine blowing out, that is a direct reflection of real-world anxiety about whether they truly have what it takes to make it. So here's the crucial point. This dream isn't just about some external challenge. It's about the internal battle. It's the fight between that voice of self-doubt, the one that's terrified of not being enough, and the quiet strength of your own inner guidance. Let's just focus on the car for a second. That switch from the idealized Mercedes to the real-world Nissan is pretty much everything. It captures this conflict between wanting a more powerful, high-status path in life and the reality of feeling kind of ordinary, maybe a little limited, but still functional. It's a dream about learning to accept the vehicle you actually have, not the one you wish you had. Now, what's really interesting here is that the dreamer had a similar dream just a few months earlier, back in March. In that one, a friend was driving them up a steep hill in a brand new, powerful BMW SUV, and the climb was totally effortless. This contrast is key. The journey in someone else's powerful car was easy, but the journey in their own small car is filled with anxiety. That really highlights a deep feeling of personal struggle. And what about those silent workers? Well, their silence wasn't a rejection, it was the whole lesson. They forced the dreamer to stop looking around for somebody else to give them directions and validation. In the dreamer notes that they just sensed a worker telling them to turn right. They had to tune in to their own gut feeling to find the path forward. And all of this, it's all building towards the final, really profound message of the dream. This is where all that anxiety starts to transform into something much more powerful, something like faith. So upon waking, with all the feelings of the dream still fresh, this ancient Taoist saying just popped into the dreamer's mind. 真心一句认前程，大道与人中不负. This powerful line translates to something like this. With a firm heart and a single-minded will, commit yourself to the path ahead, because the great way will never let a person down.
It's this beautiful call to just trust the journey, to believe that your consistent effort, even in a small, struggling vehicle, is enough. And that's really the ultimate takeaway here. This dream wasn't a prediction that the engine would blow out. It was acknowledging the anxiety for sure, but ultimately it was delivering a message of incredible strength. It was saying, yes, this road is hard. Yes, you feel small, but you have what it takes. Keep going. Trust your path. And that really brings us back to you, doesn't it? We all have our own steep, gravel roads to climb. So, the next time you feel like your engine is about to give out, maybe the answer isn't to look for a bigger car or for someone else to give you directions. Maybe it's just to listen a little closer to that quiet, inner voice that's telling you which way to turn. What's it telling you right now?